For today's topic, plug power lead generation powered by ZUANT3D plus Matterport. What was the challenge that Plug Power was facing, and how did Matterport plus ZUANT help Plug Power?
So it's funny, Dan. At the end of last year, I was talking to our exhibit house that builds our trade show exhibits. And I said, ladies, I need lead generation. I need custom lead generation that can sort of streamline all of the global events that I manage. Every show we were going to, you get different feedback, different analytics, and very basic stuff. So they went to Exhibitor Live, a large trade show, I think it was in Las Vegas last year, where they met Will Ross from ZUANT. And they initially started talking to him because of my need for lead capture applications. And once Will and I connected and he started telling me about the capabilities ZUANT has, we came across this 3D capability. And I thought, well, actually, we're doing our annual symposium, which was in October last year. And it was the first time since COVID that we could do in person, but we also wanted to broadcast globally because there's no way to go back at this point. I mean, it's a great way to connect with the global community. And also you have sort of a minimal amount of people in person. So I started talking to Will and saying, we have a new gigafactory out in Rochester, New York. That's where the symposium is going to take place. We have a maximum of 200, 250 people that can be there, but we're going to stream worldwide. How do we show them using this 3D capability? How do we show the world everything that those people on site are going to see too? So it was a very quick turnaround, a surprise project, I think, for all of us. And we were definitely working until the very last minute to get it done, but it was such a departure from what I initially reached out to them about. And we were so pleasantly surprised because, as people talk about, not only is it that visual of people seeing what we're seeing on site, that transparency, but then it's all of the analytics and all of the lead capture that come from a 3D environment as well.
So could you break it down into two categories? Let's put lead generation to the side for the moment and talk about perhaps how you were able to use Matterport and ZUANT for the off-site people to be able to experience the on-site.
Yep. So basically, one of the pieces of our symposium was going to be a tour of the new gigafactory. So basically what we did with Matterport and ZUANT was Matterport came and did a 3D scan of our factory and all of the points of the factory that were going to be tour stops in person. So basically those people that were able to see it online were seeing the same stops and seeing the same information that everybody on site was seeing. So you would stop at the front entrance of the building and it would pop up like a hello or a video of our GM, Dan O'Connell, welcoming you to the gigafactory, same as he did in the tour. And then we went around the facility and took scans of all of the, I think it was 7 stops. And the 3D version allowed us to pop up a video where we had subject matter experts speaking about what's happening in each of those spots. So truly that global community was getting everything a person was getting on a tour in real time.
And so at the big picture, how many people were able to view the Plug Power experience off-site?
Thousands. I don't know the exact number at this moment, but people who logged in to watch the symposium was close to 5,000, I think. That being said, once it ended, people were still watching the tour, watching the 3D tour. As Pete would say, he just told me recently that there's still people watching that tour and I didn't even know it. So it's great.
Still in there.
Yeah. So it's almost countless at this point, Dan, because you know where it started at that symposium live, thousands, and then it's there.